How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlets, and welcome back to a brand video, guys. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at something pretty interesting. This was posted by PokeExperto. Basically, Game Freak has put out this sort of, or I'm not sure if it's really Game Freak, but the Pokemon company, right, has put out this sort of Galar, expedition guide. Here it is. So they put out this whole thing. If you guys want to read this on your own, there's going to be a link down below. If you want to read it on your own, if you don't, want to listen to what I have to say, or if you want to look into further about this, what else, this guide, expedition guide has to say, I'll link it down below. But there are two interesting things here that I want to, specifically talk about. First off is this right here, posted by PokeExperto. The Game Freak philosophy when designing regions and their zone is to draw on some real-world zone to create a resonance in the player that helps them better immerse themselves in the adventure. That's the first thing. The second thing is actually about the Crown Tundra, which we're going to go through secondly. But first, let's start with this Game Freak design philosophy thing. So here it is. One of the features of Game Freak's design philosophy is that of creating mimicry. Games act as a tool for players' imagination by experiencing mimicry as part of a game's design. A player can be deeply immersed and invested into game's setting, story, and characters. When playing a video game, a player knows that whatever is happening within the game is not real, but they use the experience the game offers combined with their own imagination to roleplay as if they were in the game. The key to obtaining this deep level of play and engagement is simulating a realistic world in the game. By taking inspiration from real-world environments, game designers can allow players to really feel like they are part of the game. This guide will take you through some of the real-world locations in the Game Freak used as an inspiration to create the realistic and lived-in environments within the Galar region. The locations in this guide were just the starting point of Galar's design. Game Freak used their creativity to iterate on these real-life locations and create the unique environments that the players can see in the Sword and Shield games. Now, of course, they're saying that to be like, hey, we didn't just steal countries and put them in games. We actually did some unique stuff. Which, yeah, fair enough, they did. You can't deny that 100%. But here's the actual stuff, though, that they go through. Locations within, like, the Crown Tundra. So what's interesting here, they actually explain where the Crown Tundra is based on, which actually is Scotland. So, a frozen landscape in Galar where people have settled in small, tight-knit communities. Located in the southeast of Scotland is the city of Edinburgh. So the capital of Scotland, Edinburgh, is a city of natural and architectural beauty, known for its rich cultural history and eye-catching castle situated atop a long dormant volcano known as Castle Rock, which we'll see an image of in the next slide. Edinburgh houses the Scottish Parliament, and the city's palace of Holyrood House is the official residence for the British royal family in Scotland, indicating a deep connection with the British monarchy. With such a fascinating past, it is no wonder that Edinburgh inspired, I keep saying the wrong name, inspired the design of the Crown Tundra in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So now we know what it's based on. So the Crown Tundra is specifically based on Edinburgh. The Crown Tundra is located in the southernmost part of the Galar region. It is a large snow-swept realm featuring jagged mountains, beautiful scenery, and a wide, shining silvery landscape, similar to the areas found in the Scottish Highlands. The Crown Tundra features architecture in the style of buildings found in Edinburgh, including a great palace atop the sub-region's highest peak. The Crown Tundra is also home to the king Pokemon, Calyrex, which is said to have ruled over the Galar region in ancient times. I guess similar to an ancient king of of Britain, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And here they have an image of actually showing this castle, as you can see right here, right above me. As you see the castle that they based the little, I guess the castle or monastery, whatever you want to call it, that we also see here next to the, frozen tree inside of the, Crown Tundra. So that's some of the stuff that I think is pretty cool. They also, have a link right here. This actually generally, this whole, expedition guide features a lot of stuff. Pokemon has released a digital version of the Galar Expedition Guide, information on the history of Galar region, buildings, map layout, etc. Artwork of different areas of Galar, including countryside, forest, mountains, and cities. And then you can actually check it out, and we can kind of scroll through this a little bit and see what it's here. What is the Galar region? It is a setting for Pokemon Sword and Shield. When creating Galar region, Game Freak creators of the Pokemon Sword and Shield based the region on real-world locations across the United Kingdom. How does the Galar Expedition Guide work? Well, it's a printable guide that would highlight locations in the United Kingdom that inspired areas in the Sword and Shield. We hope you'll have fun viewing all the inspirational sites. Be safe out there, trainers. Yes, we will. Dude, it's pretty cool, though, that they put this together. I don't mind it. I think it's a pretty cool thing. And actually showing what they based it on is pretty interesting. Tick where you've been. So they take real-life locations and then kind of match it up on the map, which is pretty cool. And yeah, they just show like what they based a lot of stuff on. Like for example, Pokemon dens, pillars of light shining out of Pokemon dens signal excitement activities for you to join. Off the coast of the county of Antrim in Northern Ireland is a natural world wonder known as the Giant's Causeway, made up around 40,000 hexagonal basalt stone columns. The Giant's Causeway was created as the result of a volcanic eruption approximately 50 to 60 million years ago. In Celtic mythology, the causeway was said to be created by the Irish giant Fionn mac Cumhail as a means of crossing the channel so he could fight with the Scottish giant Benanduner. Okay, now how did this inspire wait, in Galar, you may be asking yourself. Well, in the world of Pokemon Sword and Shield, there is Dynamaxing. So they basically took this, old, kind of mythology from, Ireland, Northern Ireland, I guess, and implemented that into the region, which is what we kind of speculated before the release of this thing. Like it was kind of what we speculated, assumed, and thought they might do. So I'm really happy to see that's the case and how well they pulled it off. So that's all right. Next up though, they go Gigantamaxing Pikachu. Can't talk about that. Some Pokemon Den interact with the active Den. Talk about Turffield and what Turffield's based on, so you can actually read through that. I may actually save this, so I may need it for some future videos that you guys may see. So yeah, it's got a lot of interesting information for sure about Chichester, for example. But yeah, so no rumors today, guys. Just a piece of really good information. Here's something interesting, which is about this, kind of like, I'm not really sure what to call it, like the hot spring here, or like the pool that you find up in Chichester, I think, right? On the top, yes. Location northeast. So, welcome to the town of Chichester. Our journey now takes us to the southwest region of England, to the county of Somerset, to visit the city of Bath. The ancient city has a rich historical past and is well known for the Roman baths, from which it derives its name. So yeah, Roman baths. It's pretty cool though. Really nice how they kind of like mimic that. It's pretty interesting. And generally, I like the way they pulled it off. Now, Wyndon, of course, would be based on London, obviously, because it's so huge, and it would just make sense for that to be the case. Corviknight, of course, being based on like I guess what you might call them, crows, right? Corviknight, or I guess something like that. And it would make sense because I think there are like a specific set of like I think specific set of crows or ravens, I'm not really sure, that are actually outside, like somewhere around the residence of the queen, something like that, which actually they feed them, they keep them healthy and keep them around, which is really odd. But yeah, I don't really know what the deal is with that. So yeah, all the Crown Tundra stuff we kind of go through. There is some Galar history if you want to go through that, if you want to do it on your own time. But generally speaking, that's pretty much all. And yeah, it's a pretty cool little, side thing. I thought I might as well show it off, see what it's all about, tell you guys about it, and just talk about it for a little bit. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, then drop a like down below. Make sure to subscribe. And yeah, guys, check out my TikTok. I've been putting non-stop videos out on TikTok. We're about to hit 500 followers. We're literally like just, I don't know, 50 away or something. So please follow me on there and check out all the content on that side of things. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. It was a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.